From the land of melting lakes, this is 10,000 Takes, brought to you by Minnesota Sport Radio. Wally and Eric back for yet another week as we slice and dice the always busy, always topical, super saturated Twin Cities sports scene. And we're back on television, Wally, and this episode is going to be a little bit different than normal. The template is going to be, shall we say, off the rails.
It is. It will be. And I'm looking forward to it. We've got a couple of really special guests that are going to come on. We're going to hear from Torii Hunter, the great number 48 who played center field for the Minnesota Twins from 97 to 2007, came back for a cameo in 2015. And then one of his former teammates, Eddie Guardado, and we'll have them both on at some point in the show. Well, most of the show is going to be those two guys. So looking forward to that. And we'll talk some baseball, too.
Yeah, and believe me, Torii and Eddie G, unfiltered. Yeah. We're going to learn things about these guys that you may not know.
Or you may not want to know.
It'll be called TMI, too much information.
Yeah.
But I think we'll have a lot of fun. And so we'll get into that. And we'll briefly get into some other sports.
Better make it really brief.
I know, we don't have a lot of time. But I was at the Minnesota Wild game last night in St. Paul. Boy, that was great hockey theater, 3-2 overtime victory over Colorado. That was one of the top hockey games I've seen in recent memory. Boy, there was a lot of buzz in the building.
Yeah, and it's a big win to beat a Colorado team that's one of, if not the best team in the NHL. And then the flip side of that, of course, is the Timberwolves lost to one of the best teams in the NBA, the Celtics. And your Gopher hockey team is into the Frozen Four. So we'll have to get into more of that a little bit later on. But I am being told that we need to take a break because the great number 48, Torii Hunter, is waiting on deck.
Yep. Stick around. This is 10K Takes, your Torii ticket.
I've been meaning to give you these for many years. I think they're perfect.
Maya?
Oh, I love your earring. Why didn't you try these?
It isn't just about vision. It's about care. Nobody cares for eyes more than Pearl.
$10,000 Takes, Wally and Eric. And Eric, you and I had the pleasure of getting to know, working alongside the great number 48, former Minnesota Twins outfielder Torii Hunter, who now makes his home once again in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And Torii, with all the business goings on you have down in Dallas, are they going to name you like King of Texas, or what's going on?
Oh, no, not at all. Not the King of Texas. Too many kings down here. Jerry Jones is one of them. So I just enjoy just creating the jobs, man, that people can go home and have food, shelter, and clothing. It's amazing. We have a bunch of young kids, from 16 to 25, and you get a chance to minister to them, talk to them about financial literacy, how to carry themselves. Don't play for the game of life for other people. You make sure you do things and make your own decisions, and you be your own leader, your own follower, and if you can, and make your own decisions. So it's just a great atmosphere. Just kind of like that clubhouse presence. You're always in that clubhouse. It seems like I find myself trying to recreate that because that's one thing that I miss other than the game of baseball. I really miss being in the clubhouse and building that chemistry and camaraderie with all my guys.
Yeah, and Torii, MLB gave you a platform, a forum. You won all those Gold Gloves. You started with the Twins, the Angels, and the Tigers, and now you've made that pivot into the business world. Do you see things a little differently? Do you maybe sympathize with decisions that Jim Pohlad and his family had to make from a fiscal standpoint?
Oh yeah, I definitely understand that. I've probably been one of the guys that was on the on the field saying, why didn't they do this, and why did they get the retractable roof and all these? Those are some hard decisions, man, that you have to make, and you just have to make sure you have some wise counsel, a lot of people around you to give you the data that you need, the analytics that you need to make great decisions. And I really do understand that now. And that's one thing that I learned in baseball. I learned that you need your teammates. You know, I'm a center fielder, but I need that shortstop, that catcher, that first baseman, that pitcher, and that's what I try to create, whether it's in the restaurant or real estate, whatever it may be. I make sure I create a great team because I don't know it all. I do what I do, and I need someone to do what they do as far as the finances, as far as the operations. I try to build great teams, and we hire slow, but we fire fast, and that's something that I've learned that I have to do, and I hate firing, trust me, but sometimes you have to, and because they can take the organization down. You got other people that you're trying to support, so you have to really make those decisions.
That sounds like baseball too. Hire slow and fire fast. That seems like the same MO.
It is.
Yeah. The baseball negotiations that went on for a couple of months, they finally figured it out. As far as the fans are concerned, the money, the millionaires and billionaires, so to speak, that we're battling over, I don't think that they care much about that. What they care about, though, are some of the changes to the game that we're going to see. The DH throughout Major League Baseball now. The ghost runner on second base to start extra innings, those type of things. What are your thoughts on those type of changes that were negotiated through this?
Well, I guess if it betters the game, I don't want to be that old grumpy person that says they're messing up the game. I want to evolve with it. I really want to evolve with the game, and if it makes the game better, I will agree to it. But over time, you see this not making the game better. I think they should 86 it right away because baseball has been played 100 years. Yeah, we supposed to evolve and get better, but so all the changes that were made, especially during the bargaining agreement, these guys have, down at the table and tried to make a great decision, and they did. They came up with, for both sides, something that was fair for both sides, and now we got the DH all around, and people have been talking about that for a long time. Nobody wants to see that pitcher hit. It hurts every time he swings, and then your best pitchers, he's swinging and twisting around. You're like, man, he might hurt himself and different things like that. And you need him on the mound because he's such a great pitcher. And so it's pretty cool that that's one thing I agree with, that we needed that DH, and it creates more jobs for different players who might be out of the game because they can't play defense anymore. And a lot of guys can go out there and go into that DH position and kind of play 2 or 3 more years. And so I appreciate that. And so, yeah, it's a lot of things that I don't agree with, but it's a lot of things that I do agree with.
Torii, Carlos Correa, when you heard the news that he was leaving Houston and signing with the Minnesota Twins, highest paid infielder in MLB history, what was your reaction?
So I'm laying in the bed and I pick up my phone. I always go and I try to read something positive, and then I would just check the news or whatever, sports news, and I saw Carlos Correa sign. It was like 2 or 3 in the morning he signed, yes. I think, and I saw it at 5 a.m. and I'm like, what the? And my wife was like, what is going on? She woke up out of her sleep and she's like, what's going on? What happened? And she's thinking one of my brothers went to jail. But I was like, Carlos Correa just signed with the Twins, and it was like, for me, in the last 20 plus years, to see that caliber player sign with the Minnesota Twins, and the Twins went and made it happen, took action. It shows that they are trying to evolve and be better as well. Growth mindsets in that front office with Derek Favre and Thad Levine, Dave St. Peter, just like, hey, go make it happen, make things happen, and you gotta, it's a testament to Jim Pohlad as well, who's willing to advance the organization, because this might be the best player or this caliber player. I've never seen anybody come to the Twins like Carlos Correa, and so I'm very excited that they made the move and took that risk, and it was a very calculated risk, and I'm very happy that they got Carlos Correa.
What does a guy like a Carlos Correa do for the room, in that clubhouse? What kind of inspiration does he provide, knowing that you have a player of that caliber on your squad now?
Man, it's awesome because playing against him as a youngster, I saw what he brought to the table. Just being on Fox TV, Fox North, and just analyzing the game, talking about the game. I've always said the Astros is one of my favorite teams to watch, and one of the reasons why is because of Carlos Correa, who has a short two-strike swing, never wants to strike out, and I saw everybody else not wanting to strike out as well. Even though they strike out, they battle. They never wanted to do it. There was a good two-strike hitting team for all those years. He's a winner. The guy he won the World Series several times, been to the World Series several times, and it's something that he can bring to the clubhouse. It's having a guy like that is very contagious in that clubhouse, and me being in the clubhouse, I can tell you firsthand that it is. And Carlos Correa is one of the best players to play the game, that's playing the game right now. And it's going to be contagious. And you're going to see the Byron Buxtons. You're going to see the Miguel Sano's. You're going to see those guys. They're willing and open to listen, especially a little guy like Royce Lewis, who can, learn so much under him. And I think he's only going to make everybody better around him. Depends on, his attitude about it.
All right, last one for you. What do you miss most about not being in a Major League Baseball uniform? It's been, 7 years now? This will be your 7th season out of baseball. What do you miss most?
Oh, man. Earlier, talking about creating jobs, I was able to create that same sentiment that I had in playing the game of baseball. And I miss that chemistry and camaraderie, that brotherhood that we had every year in the game of baseball, just playing with different guys, Jock Jones, Corey Koski, Christian Guzman, LaTroy Hawkins. Did I say Eddie Guardado? I got to say his name twice because that guy was funny. David Ortiz, man. Just having those guys in the clubhouse, that brotherhood. And now that we're, almost all of us are 7 years removed, 10 years removed, we still talk every day. We still have our group text message, and we talk trash on there so much on every aspect. Anything that's going on in the world or in life or in the game, we're bringing it up and we're having a deep conversation about it. So it's cool because you built that brotherhood and it actually stays with you for the rest of your life. And that's something that I'm trying to build here in Texas in business, is trying to build that chemistry and camaraderie because I miss it. And the one thing I can tell you, in Major League Baseball, something that I miss in baseball is that chemistry and camaraderie, that brotherhood inside the clubhouse. The game striking out, diving for balls, running to walls. I can't say I miss that, but I can say I do miss the chemistry, camaraderie of baseball and the fans.
Yeah. Well, Torii, we miss you up here in the Twin Cities. We hope to see you at some point this summer. You got to make a trip up to Target Field, and hopefully we can hook up again then.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. I miss Minnesota. Hopefully I can get up there while it's July and August where you're going to tan a little bit. So that's when I'll be there.
Hey, and stick around, Torii, before you run to one of your power meetings. We may have somebody that wants to say hi to you. So.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That's called a tease in this business.
Yeah.
So.
Hang on.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Hang on. We're gonna bring you back with one of your friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's gonna talk some smack.
Yeah. We're gonna have a smack talk
That's one of my
going
smack talking friends.
All right. We'll come back with more baseball talk with one of Torii's friends right here on 10,000 Takes. Stay with us.
I've been meaning to give you these for many years. I think they're perfect.
Maya?
Oh, I love your earrings. Why didn't you try these?
It isn't just about vision, it's about care. Nobody cares for eyes more than Pearl.
Hi, I'm Larry McKenzie, head coach of Minneapolis North boys basketball. And when you're building a championship program, there are many components and many levels to that. One of the most important things is trust. And so when I think about cars, when I think about my grandbabies driving around, when I think about family, friends, or my former players, I go to this guy, David Jones, Shakopee Chevrolet. This is the man that I trust.
Hi, I'm David Jones, Special Finance Manager here at Shakopee Chevrolet. Go online right now and get your guaranteed credit approval at www.shakopeechevrolet.com/David Jones.
Well, as promised, we're going to talk some more baseball. And Eric, I don't think we could have a better duo. Wow. We promised to bring Torii Hunter back, and we're going to also bring in one of his former teammates. There he is, Eddie Guardado. Everyday Eddie joining us. Torii, you got any words of wisdom for Eddie? Because first of all, we got him on here. The technology aspect, it's in full play here. He's on the air.
Yeah, you got the one guy that I kind of love to hate. You know, I love him, but then I hate him. But then I hate him, then I love him.
You're not gonna slap him, are you?
You're not gonna go Will Smith, are you?
Hey, sometimes I want to go Will Smith on this guy.
I wish he would. Try it. You know, from Stockton, California, boy, 209.
I'm from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. 807.
Yeah. Come get some.
870.
Oh my goodness.
I love technology. So Tori's in the Metroplex down in Dallas. Eddie G's out in SoCal, and we're here in the Twin Cities. But you guys miss the ribbing and the barbing and all that stuff that came in, being teammates and in the locker room. I know you miss it, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. That's the one. By far, I've been gone 11 years, and that's the most thing I missed right there. This locker room. There's no doubt. I mean, I think you can ask any player that played as long as we did and what we did as players, but the locker room was a treat. It was definitely a treat. Obviously, you have to have some good personality in there, and we did, like with Torii, LaTroy, Jock. I mean, I go down the list: Corey Koski, Doug McCavage, AJ, Denny Hawk. I mean, we go down the list. I mean, each and every one of us was funny, right, Torii? We're all funny.
Oh yeah,
we all had a good time. I think baseball is missing that.
What was your best time or your best moment in the clubhouse?
Man, I had a lot of good moments, bro. You know that.
But what time of being in the clubhouse? Like, is it after the game and a certain place? The shower. You really like the shower.
Oh no.
I mean, you was the only guy that liked being in the shower.
I can't lie. I'm not a liar. I'm the truth teller. I did like the shower. It was a lot of fun.
I don't understand that though.
Huh?
We didn't have a good time. You had a good time in the shower.
That was, what? It was like I was the first one in the shower and the last one to leave. I know that. But
that's what you do to come to the clubhouse, because it's good work ethic. But you shouldn't be the first one in the shower and the last one to leave. That means a lot of people went through the shower.
See, Eric and Wally, this is it. You have a routine every day, right?
Right.
Every day you come to the yard, you have a routine. You wake up in the morning, you have a routine. After the game, you have a routine, and that was my routine. I could not break that. It was tough. It was tough.
To stand in the shower for 45 minutes?
He said he was a routine.
That was like I called it. I called it like Folsom Penitentiary when we walked in the shower. This is my head. And you're in my shower.
To get in the shower.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have to
fun.
be scared to go to the shower. You know what I'm saying?
It was fun.
You know how many times I wanted to go home dirty? wanted to go home dirty. I didn't want to get in the shower.
But I thought it was a bad thing if a pitcher was sent to the showers.
Oh,
Well, he wanted to
it
get sent to the
depends. It depends if the game was over or not.
Oh,
Eddie's the type guy. He's a funny guy, man. We had a lot of fun. We laughed. Eddie still, like, we missed that in the clubhouse, but outside the clubhouse, Eddie brought that same sentiment in our world today. I'm asleep one night, and it's 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. I see Eddie Guardado on the phone. I'm like, man, what's going on? Eddie calling me at 2. And I answered the phone like, hello, my wife looking at like, who is that? Is that one of your mistresses or something? You know? I'm like, and so it's Eddie. And I was like, yeah, it's him. It's one of my mistresses. And and Eddie says, I was using the restroom and I was just thinking about you. And I'm like, Eddie, no, Eddie, don't do that. No.
I said, good
I was
night.
like, I can't believe you called me for this and said this at 2 a.m. It's weird, man.
Eddie, is this true?
But you know, Eric and Wally, that's the kind of relationships that we had. All of us. We just, when we're together, we laugh, we have a good time, and that's been going on since what, Torii? 20 years, huh?
Yeah, I was about 19 or 20 when I met you guys, and it's been going on since yesterday.
How was that one? How was that 1 year when you came back as a player? And Eddie, were you on the staff at the time?
Yes.
So how was that 1 year, the coach player thing? How'd that shake out?
Oh,
Easy, because I never thought he was a coach. Yeah, I never thought he was a coach.
Wow.
I mean, no, not negative. Not that. I'm talking about he in the clubhouse.
I get it.
He was a player. He was pumped up. He cracked jokes, and the other players were scared of him as well, just like we were when we played with him.
That's why they let me go.
Well,
we don't do that no more, Eddie. We can't.
Oh
hurt
boy.
people's feelings.
Yeah, and so we do care about people's feelings now, you know, and we should. Eddie, you gotta not do that anymore. You can't do that anymore.
Wait. I get what you're saying. You know, you can't hurt people's feelings. But if you can't take a joke in these nowadays or whenever we did and have fun, you ain't living. You can't live. Now, there's times when I'm serious and we have a good time and things need to be serious. I think there's a lot of things I don't say. But I know my place, when to say and when not to. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm not here to hurt nobody's feelings. Try to help everybody I can, but when it's when we have fun in the locker room, you shouldn't have feelings. There should be a sign in every locker room says, "Leave your feelings at home."
That's true.
Before you come. That's
sage advice.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are. You're gonna always offend somebody. You know, somebody's gonna take offense to what you say, what you believe in, and it's sad. That's the way it is. You try to be respectful of people's feelings. You try your best to, but at the same time, you still have to believe in what you believe in. And no matter what you say or what you do, it's gonna be one side thinking the other, and that's why you just try to live your life by truth and by being upright.
So Eddie G, can you believe this guy Torii is a business mogul now? He's got to go to meetings. He's all serious. He doesn't have time for you. Can you believe this?
I do believe it. Tori's a smart guy. I think he is. Anyway.
He must be writing your checks.
You know, Wally.
Hey,
I am very happy. I'm very happy for him, man. He's doing good. he's him and his wife Katrina are trying to help families and friends, and they're doing a lot of good things over there in Dallas. And but you got to remember, man, we like to have fun. Torii liked to have fun and all, but when it came down to business, he was serious, and he takes pride in that. And after his second chapter in his life is being a businessman, and he's thriving. So I'm proud of him and his family, and they're doing great things, man. So I can't even I'm proud to call him my buddy, actually. So it's good stuff.
Thanks, man.
And I can't wait to go to the cigar shop in Arkansas, So
there you go.
And
That's right.
Wally, I said all that good stuff, and he hasn't even invited me yet.
Oh, man.
He wants you to be his IT guy.
Oh, boy.
Can you run computer operations for Torii Hunter Inc.?
Eric, man, this is as far as you can get with me with this computer stuff. I'm not gonna. Why do you think the Twins let me go? Because I didn't open my computer in 5 years.
Oh, boy, that says it all right there.
What's wrong with you, man?
There it is.
I didn't open in 5 years. They said, Eddie, you did you fill out so-and-so, or did you see so-and-so? I go, no, I'll go see him with my eyes. I didn't see no video.
Oh,
you need to open the computer.
Now we know. Now we know it had nothing to do with the ERAs of the pitchers or anything like that. It's because you wouldn't open up your computer.
It was definitely that, the laptops.
Anti-analytics.
All I know is if we need a computer to help a child out, we are in trouble. Look at the way baseball is now. Shit. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
dear.
won't do no more.
This XM radio, boy, I like it.
Well, unfortunately, we are just about out of time. This has been a real treat. Eddie G and Torii, we are going to do this again, guys. Like it or not, we're going to have you guys back again. I don't think we could duplicate what we did today, but pretty good stuff. Thank you so much for both of you coming on here today.
Thanks for having
us, man. You made my day, Eddie. Eddie, you made my day, man. I love you.
I'll call you when we're done hanging up, okay?
You don't sound right when you say okay.
Eddie, I want you to wait until 2 a.m. before you call him.
I was
please.
just going to say.
I will. I'm going to do it for you guys.
I'll bet. I put do not disturb under his name.
Block
You guys
those
have a good
calls.
day. Thank you.
Block all calls from Southern California. They are the great Torii Hunter and the great Eddie Guardado. Everyday Eddie, right here on 10,000 Takes. Stay with us.
Something's wrong with him.
I've been meaning to give you these for many years. I think they're perfect.
Maya?
Oh, I love your earring. Why didn't you try these?
It isn't just about vision, it's about care. Nobody cares for eyes more than Pearl.
Well, that's a tough act to top.
Oh, boy.
Torii and Eddie G, the comedy tandem. So
The Abbott and Costello of former Twins.
Exactly. So we don't have a lot of time left, just enough time for you to vent and give us a take of the day, because I know, once again, you're not exactly Captain Sunshine.
No, not really. So Major League Baseball and your favorite commissioner, Rob Manfred, have announced, and this was part of that deal that they made with the players, balanced schedule starting in 2023. So you're going to get to see every National League team at least once every season. Oh, boy, 14 games against teams in your division.
But think about those summer road trips. Denver to see the Colorado Rockies.
Oh, okay.
Los Angeles to see the Dodgers. San Diego, Petco. San Francisco, the Giants.
Yeah, right.
Look
Whatever.
at the upside.
Yeah, okay.
All right, we got to go. Let's FedEx out those thank yous. One to our great crew here at the TV studio. Also to Rocky and Eddie G and Torii Hunter. For Wally, I'm Eric saying so long. This is 10K Takes, your sports ticket.